Good evening, everyone. Yes, I'm also here to have a good time. It's good to have a good time while we're living. Make sure you have a good time, and one of the ways to have good time is to actually eat well. Don't forget that we've been talking about malnutrition since, and of course it happens more in children than in adults. But make sure that you eat well is part of having good times. Make sure you eat well. So, welcome to Microbiotics Bio Talk once again. We're going to give the conclusive talk about malnutrition, about Marasmus that we've started about 3 Bio Talks away. So, 3 Bio Talks ago. So, we're going to kind of round it off today. So, we'll be looking at the conclusive topic. We'll be looking at the differential diagnosis. We're going to talk about those, and then we'll talk about other form of education that the parents of the children can have. We'll be talking about the complications as well. So let's quickly start on the differential diagnosis. Don't forget that many times I've mentioned differential diagnosis on this talk, on this Bio Talk. We've always said differential diagnosis are diseases that we have the appearance of a particular disease, though it's not that particular disease. I hope you get that. Okay, so the first differential diagnosis for Marasmus is kwashiorkor. I've already mentioned it the other time. Kwashiorkor. I've said that's not how they pronounce it, but I don't care. Everybody understand. Every Nigerians, every African understand kwashiorkor. So, and of course, kwashiorkor is as a result of diets that are very high in carbohydrate intake, but low in protein intake. They have high amount of carbohydrate, but they are very, very low or insufficient in protein. So, and the child that is suffering from kwashiorkor, we have a normal weight for height associated for his or her age, but he's going to have what we refer to as edema. That's the presence of fluid in the tissue. So some parts of the child will be a little bit swollen up. Of course, we know how kwashiorkor looks like, and the part of the body that is usually swollen up in any child associated with kwashiorkor is the stomach. We feel with a stomach, and of course, but one of the ways to differentiate between Marasmus and kwashiorkor is that edema, that presence of body fluid in some particular tissues in the body. And there's another, should I call it disease, another condition that we refer to as marasmic kwashiorkor. Now, this one is is having both the presentation of both Marasmus and kwashiorkor, and it's very difficult to actually differentiate. So, if your child is having something that looks like both, please quickly bring him or her to the nearest health center so that we'll be able to diagnose what exactly is wrong with your child. But you're going to see the edema, you're going to see the edema on the body, and also all the symptoms of Marasmus that we've mentioned since. And another differential diagnosis is HIV wasting syndrome. Don't forget that people suffering from HIV usually have a form of wasting syndrome as a result of malabsorption and hypermetabolism. So a child having that particular infection, we also look as if a child having a Marasmus will look like somebody suffering from HIV. In fact, when HIV first came out, the first images that were circulated when we were very young were pictures of children who are extremely malnourished before it is now discovered that they were having HIV. So we also have other disease, that's a chronic pancreatitis, where the causes of this one is viral in nature, usually caused by mumps virus and Coxsackie B virus. Then Also, we can have chronic pancreatitis due to roundworm, yes, present in the stomach. So when chronic pancreatitis happen, there is a look-alike of protein energy malnutrition. So of course malabsorption will happen, which is due to the insufficiency of the pancreatic enzymes in the body. So these are the look-alike of marasmus. So even if your child is having any of the diagnosis, the differential diagnosis, please, the nearest health center is usually there for us. The Ministry of Health are available for us to quickly go to and get the right information and treatment. So, and of course, you can definitely get across to microbiologists as well. We are here. We supply all this information. We point you in the right direction. We also point you we give you people you can consult with as well. So, and if a child returns to an environment that helps maintain recovery, then in most cases, the child will definitely maintain the good health. Don't forget that with one of the management phases that we mentioned the other time was monitor and to prevent recurrence, because it's possible for the child to relapse once he or she is exposed to malnutrition. So, but there are also complications, like I said. There are complications of malnutrition. Let's quickly look at the complications of malnutrition. We have the short-term complication, which is electrolyte abnormalities. We also have a cardiac failure, urinary tract infection, hypothermia. That's endocrinology dysfunction. That's when the endocrine system is being affected. Then we have, of course, gastrointestinal malabsorption. And then we have overwhelming infection. These ones are short-term complications. But for long-time complications, once a child is malnourished, there is a problem with the economic opportunity that this child can come across, because it's child malnutrition is used to predict poor functional outcome as an adult. You're going to see the physical appearance, and it's going to affect the years of schooling. And it's going to be, as of course, most malnutrition, don't forget that they are due to low economic status. So it's those are the long-term effects or complications. Most long-time complications are usually social in some ways, though there is also a biological long-term complications, and which is actually shorter heights as an adult, and giving birth to low birth weight offspring. It's likely the person give birth to to children that at birth have extreme low birth weight. So, and of course, so all the instructions that we're going to be talking about here are just regular information. We've come to the end of malnutrition as a bow talk. So, like I said, majority of marasmus occur in underdeveloped countries, and is associated with a lack of parental education, distribution of nutritional information, and of course, all those general information that the body, that people are supposed to, like in the villages, for instance, a lot of children are usually exposed to taking unbalanced diet. So if we can work on that, even in the villages, in the community, and we'll be able to have some beneficial outcomes. So finally, Marasmus requires a kind of interplay and coordination between nurses, pharmacy, and especially nutritionists. Is very, very important. It's likely we'll be bringing a nutritionist over to Baltalk this month. I'm hoping we will. There's somebody I've had in mind, and hopefully she'll be able to give us a lot of information from our field, as well as a lot of information from the government circle. So thank you for listening this evening. Thank you for listening today. Make sure that all the information that we've provided, you are able to put them to good use. Don't get malnourished. If your children is also malnourished, please try and prevent it. May God help us. We understand the issue of poverty in the land, in Africa, and in our environment. So stay safe, eat well, and be good. Okay? Bye.
So make me get busy with no limits. Say the groove was lost, we came with it. Ain't nobody fuss, we came willing. And me, I want to focus on you. So jump for me in my career. Tell me how you like it. I don't need to buy you. Know that me, I'm like you. We just came to have a good time.